You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 15, 15. 51. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mike, 27. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gotw. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gotw said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Whip. Gun. Watch the whip. Regular.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Lock it in. 59. 6-man. Check girls. Bravo. Lock 59.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. The pass there complete to Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Flacco. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Denver.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Check 53, Alpha.
On 2nd down and 4. Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Me and you all day. All day. Hey, color. I'm coming after you. Shit. Hey, rip list. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Night, sweetheart. Bring it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Flacco. This is Riddick on the screen. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 9, check 9.
Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
51, Mike. Mike 51. 65, 65. 65. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Move. Hey, it's coming up.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
First and 10 at the 41.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Yeah.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
You're over here. You're over here. Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Yo. Mike 50. Mike 50. Come on, man.
Flacco looks to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
A gain of 14.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Flacco. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Monday, that's what. Hey. Gun. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
Here's Riddick. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Don't be scared of it. Going red. Mike 50.
They're going with Lindsey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Motion. Roger, 5-0.
They'll run with Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Let's go. Red. Watch the ship. Mike 50. Watch twist. Go. 50.
Passing play, Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, exit. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go, Mike. 50.
Gun.
50. Tackles.
Yo, we.
3rd and goal, Flacco. The quick slant caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come out in the pistol. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
51. Hey, orbit. 59.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
At the 7-yard line.
Yellow.
Here we go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Rocket.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Check pass.
Red.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Open man here is Hamilton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Check, 59. We own it. We own it. Check. You're over here. Crouch. Check 3. Check.
On first down, Lindsey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
Go. Out. 5-0. Hey, wahoo!
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I got him. Take 4. Check. Lock. Attack. Safety Chris. 66. Bullet high.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. With that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Switch. Attack. Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, it's McCoy. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down.
Yellow.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Let's go, defense.
Attack.
D, man up, D.
On the ground, this is Williams. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Broncos' 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Delta.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check safety. Check safety. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hey, Haywood.
59. Mike 50.
Done.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hurry up.
From the 44, Flacco. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down, Flacco. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and 10 here for Flacco. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, 57, 57.
Chopper.
On second down now, it's McCoy. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Flush to his right, and an alley to run, and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run.
57 color, 57 color.
47 Mike. Mike 7, let's go. That's what I do. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Get that quarterback. And
Yellow.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Silver. Mike's 47.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
H3218. Chopper.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A tackle made by Todd Davis.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
51's the Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Right here. Let go. Mike 51. I'm going to come back.
Color.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey, Mike 51.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And they take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing. Just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have had the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Kansas City, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5.